Welcome back, people. We are definitely lighting them up. With flashlights, anyway. The occasional RPG, if I get lucky. Alrighty, the night map. My favorite setup is the coyote sight and the tack light. I like the tack light because it only comes on when I'm ADSing. I don't have to worry about toggling it on and off. I also like the fact that you can put mines pretty much anywhere you want. You don't have to worry about hiding them in shadows or in debris or whatnot. Just stick them in the middle of the road. Now, I wish I had taken a little bit of extra time and gotten behind that tank. I just didn't think that engagement all the way through. Get a mobility hit. He would have been stuck there long enough for me and my other teammates to finish him off. But I didn't, so he's able to drive somewhere else. And we don't have to worry about him anymore anyway. Let's see, what else? Oh, I really like the what do you call it? Atmosphere of the evening. Anyway, the map has really changed for me. It feels totally different, even though I've played Zavad bunches and bunches and bunches of time. How's that for a pray and spray and not hit a damn thing? I got a kill assist, so I guess I hit him a little bit. Oh, yeah, put in those embarrassing moments. Anyway, I can only play, but back to the night thing, I can only play about 2 of these in a row and my eyes really start to wig out. And I have to go back to the daytime ones. But I liked it. I hope more night maps come out. I think Golmond Railway, anyway, whichever one that is getting nighttime and whatnot, so that'll be cool. And I can't wait for I'm going to call it the jungle map to come out. And that's the community-based map that everybody in the Battlefield community has been giving their input and whatnot in designing and conceptualizing. It's almost finished from what I understand, and it's still on the CTE server. And one of the guys I was playing with the other night wasn't aware of this map, and I don't know if he was even aware of CTE, and that's the server where DICE tests the changes that they want to make to the game to see if they're valid or to make any other adjustments to it before they implement it into the general population. So that's where this map has been developing, and it's an outdoor map. To me, it has a Bad Company 2 feel to it. Not that I've played it yet, but just the perception I get from it. It's got a temple, it's got orchards, it's got 2 different types of villages, or compounds, or whatever they are. Anyway, a lot of different variety. Looks more infantry-based than vehicles, but I'm sure there's spots on the map where a vehicle will make or break capturing the objective. But anyway, I look very forward. There's some really good English right there. I look forward to it. I hope it comes to the console sooner than later. And if you haven't seen it, go ahead and YouTube it. I mean, you'll find plenty of guys out there that have gameplay footage of it. I watched 3 guys in particular on the PC side, Matimio, Level Cap, and X Factor. They got plenty of videos on those new maps and whatnot, from the beginning to where it is now, so you can see the whole map develop through the community. Alrighty, I'm going to run out of video, so I better get on with my story. Here we go, as the sniper round goes over my head there. Okay, I do have a story of an American fighting man for you guys. Alright, here we go. The president of the Hasbro Toy Company wanted to make a splash at the 1964 New York Toy Fair. The question was, which product to go with? It was a choice between a miniature grocery store and a doll for boys. Hasbro president Merrill Hassenfeld decided to go with the doll. Of course, no one wanted to call it a doll. What red-blooded American boy would play with dolls? So the design team coined a new phrase for their product, calling it an action figure, and put it into production. That's how it came about that G.I. Joe reported for duty on February 9th, 1964. His body was inspired by a 12-inch tall wooden sculptor's mannequin that could bend at every joint. His face had a scar on the right cheek so that he looked tougher than Barbie's boyfriend, Ken. It also made him easier to copyright. The U.S. was still mourning President Kennedy's death. The Beatles were taking the country by storm, and Vietnam was not yet part of the national consciousness. G.I. Joe was the right toy at the right time. Soon, an army of Joes began to invade American homes. Joe was retired in 1978, a victim of disillusionment over Vietnam and the OPEC oil embargo, which sent the price of plastic through the roof. A 3 3/4-inch Joe came out in the 1980s, but the original foot-high soldier didn't return to active duty until his 30th anniversary in 1994. He's been going strong since. Sales skyrocketed after 9/11, and it looks like this is one soldier with a long career ahead of him. And for those geeks of us out there, which is probably most gamers in some aspect or not, there's an interesting side note, and it looks like I'm going to run out of video, so I'll have to expand the video. The unwitting catalyst for the creation of G.I. Joe was TV producer Gene Roddenberry, the man who would go on to create, as we all know, Star Trek, was producing a TV show called The Lieutenant. Marketing consultant Stan Weston approached Hasbro with the idea of creating some kind of toy to tie in with the show. The tie-in idea eventually died, as did the series, but G.I. Joe was on his way. Weston was offered $100,000 in cash or 1% of sales. This is someone who doesn't understand math. He took the cash, thus losing out on more than $20 million worth of royalties. Know your math, people. Alrighty, folks, thank you very much for listening. And remember, people, play hard. You have probably earned it. You all take care, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye, all.